This video is about the alpha loved her soul, but his wolf hated her. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. The moon hung high, casting silver light over the dense canopy of everwood forest. The scent of pine mingled with the wildflower perfume wafting in the gentle breeze that whispered secrets only the night could understand. In the heart of the forest, beneath the ancient oak, the sacred tree revered by the blood moon pack, stood Kale, the alpha. His eyes, a piercing blue, reflected not only the moonlight but the turmoil that raged within him. The woods echoed with the rhythmic heartbeat of his pack, loyal, fierce, and obedient, but tonight they were distant. Their loyalty felt like chains around his heart. "Alpha, the pack awaits your command," murmured Rowan, his beta, with concern lacing his voice. Kale's expression hardened, the weight of leadership pressing heavily on him. "Not tonight, Rowan. Give me a moment." He turned his gaze skyward, searching for answers in the constellations that had witnessed his every choice. But the answers were elusive, like shadows slipping through his fingers. It wasn't the role of Alpha that tormented him, it was the pull he felt towards Alara, the human woman who had unwittingly ensnared his heart. She was beautiful, with auburn hair that danced like flames in the sunlight and eyes that sparkled with an innocent curiosity. Yet beneath the surface of his feelings lay an undeniable truth: his wolf loathed her. It was a primal instinct, rooted deep within, warning him that she was a threat, an outsider. "Kale," Rowan's voice cut through his brooding thoughts. "You know the council will not tolerate this. You must assert your dominance. Choose a mate from the pack." "Choosing a mate is not something I can force, Rowan." Kale's voice was low, laced with a frustration that he couldn't shake. "And not when my heart is torn in two. The pack needs unity. A strong alpha mate will solidify your position." Rowan's eyes were firm, yet they softened as he continued. "Alara is not one of us. You know that." Kale understood, but the connection he felt towards her was deeper than logic. Alara was a light in the darkness of his world, a world filled with blood and betrayal, where love was often suffocated by duty. As if summoned by his thoughts, Alara appeared at the edge of the clearing, her silhouette framed by moonlight. She carried a basket of herbs and wildflowers, oblivious to the conflict swirling among the wolves. The sight of her ignited a fire in his chest, yet his wolf snarled, warning him to maintain distance. "Gale." Alara's voice was melodic, a soothing balm to his restless soul. "I brought you something." "What is it?" he managed, forcing the tension from his voice. "Wolfsbane, for your wounds," she said, holding the basket high. "I know how fiercely you protect your pack." His heart clenched. She didn't know, could never know the danger that came with being close to him. "You shouldn't be here, Alara," he warned, his tone sharper than intended. Her smile faltered. You thought wrong." He spun away, unable to meet her gaze, the pull of his wolf a knife twisting in his heart. Alara's breath hitched, the hurt in her eyes palpable. "I am sorry. I didn't mean to overstep. I just thought—" Her voice trailed off, disappointment heavy in the air. "Leave, Alara." The words tasted bitter on his tongue, but he forced them through clenched teeth. Silence fell between them, thick and suffocating. He could feel her hesitance, the ache of longing radiating from her. "I just wanted to help," she whispered, her vulnerability cutting deeper than any physical wound. "You can help me," he replied, his voice softer, yet still firm. "Not now, not ever." His wolf howled inside him, a feral creature at war with its own instincts, desperate to claim her as its mate. But Kale knew the dangers. Mixing their worlds would only lead to chaos and heartbreak. "I'll go," she finally said, her voice trembling. "But if you ever need me, I want tea." The word hit her like a stone, and he could see her resolve crumbling. She turned, her back to him, and as she walked away, each step felt like a dagger to his heart. "I wish things were different," she whispered, the words barely audible, but they echoed in the hollow of his chest. Night fell deeper, and Kale felt the weight of the moon's gaze upon him. He closed his eyes, battling the instincts of his wolf, yearning for Alara, yet knowing the truth of their existence would never allow them to be together. "Kale," Rowan's voice interrupted his thoughts again. "You can keep doing this. It is breaking you." "There is nothing to break," he snapped, his frustration boiling over. "You don't understand. She is not just a human, she brings light into my dark world." "Then choose her, Alpha." Rowan's eyes were piercing, pushing him to face the truth. "But be aware, the pack will never accept her. You'll face rebellion." Kale ran a hand through his hair, feeling the weight of decision pressing down on him. "I can risk our pack's safety. I am the Alpha, and I must protect them. Or you can choose love and face the consequences together." Rowan's voice softened. You can't deny what you feel, Kale. As the moon reached its zenith, Kale ventured away from the clearing, drawn by an instinct he couldn't ignore. He found himself at the edge of the forest where the trees parted to reveal a meadow bathed in silvery light. And there she was, Alara, standing alone, her figure illuminated like an ethereal spirit. "I didn't expect to see you here," she said, surprise flickering in her eyes. "Neither did I," he replied, stepping closer, his heart racing. "But I can't stay away." Alara's breath caught as he crossed into her space, the tension palpable. "Kale, Before she could finish, a low growl rumbled in his throat, the wolf within him battling against the surge of desire. "You should go, Alara. It's dangerous." "Why do you keep pushing me away?" she asked, her voice trembling with frustration. "Am I that much of a threat?" He took a step back, his instincts screaming at him to keep her safe, yet he could feel the magnetic force pulling them closer. "It's not you, it's what we are." Her eyes glistened with unshed tears, revealing the pain he caused her. "And what is that, Kale? What am I to you?" "A mistake." The word sliced through the air like a dagger. She flinched, her expression crumbling. "A mistake? You think I chose this? You think I wanted to fall for an alpha who can never truly love me?" "It's not about love," he shouted, conflicting emotions surfacing like a tempest. "It's about duty, about loyalty." "Loyalty to what?" she shot back, anger and hurt lacing her words. "To a pack that doesn't even know me? That doesn't even care?" The truth of her statement hit him hard, igniting the fire of rebellion within. "You don't understand how deeply this runs." "Then help me understand," she pleaded, stepping closer, her heart open and vulnerable. He could feel the pull of destiny weaving their fates together, and yet the chains of his responsibilities threatened to bind him. "I can't lose you, Alara. I can't lose the pack." "Then why do I feel like I've already lost you?" The air crackled with tension, a storm brewing around them as their worlds collided. Kale's heart raced. He wanted to comfort her, to pull her into his arms, yet his wolf raged against the bond forming between them. Because love was powerful, but so was destiny. "I need time," he finally murmured, his voice barely above a whisper. "Time to understand what this means for us." Alara's eyes softened, shimmering like the stars above. "Time may be all we have left, Kale, but know this, my heart will always be here, waiting for you." With that, she turned away, leaving him standing in the meadow, torn between desire and duty. As the moonlight enveloped her retreating figure, he realized he was at a crossroads, one that could either lead to salvation or doom. And deep within, the wolf howled, sensing the impending storm that would test the very fabric of their souls. The moon at midday felt alive, pulsating with the energy of secrets untold. Kale stood frozen, his heart a battlefield between his wolf's primal instincts and the ache of longing that flared like wildfire. The night enveloped him, but all he felt was the absence of Alara, her warmth, her laughter, her companionship. "Kale," Rowan's voice broke through the suffocating silence. "You can keep running from this." "Do you think I am running?" Kale snapped, his eyes narrowing as he turned towards his beta. "I am trying to protect our pack. By pushing away the one person who could help you." Rowan stepped closer, determination etched on his face. "Alara is not just a human, she is a part of you now." "Part of me?" Kale echoed, bitterness lacing his tone. "My wolf despises her, it sees her as a threat, a weakness." "Because you've conditioned yourself to think that way." Rowan retorted, his voice rising. "It is fear, Kale, fear of the unknown. You know as well as I do that love conquers all." "Love?" Kale laughed bitterly, shaking his head. "Love could destroy everything we've built. I can't allow that." "You are not even giving it a chance." Rowan's frustration was palpable. "You are more than an alpha, Kale. You are a man who can feel love, who can choose a path of his own." Kale clenched his fists, battling the storm of emotions that threatened to consume him. "It is not just about me, Rowan. There are pack dynamics to consider, traditions that bind us. Traditions that are outdated." Rowan shot back, stepping forward, his eyes fierce. "This is your chance to redefine what it means to be an alpha. Don't let fear dictate your choices." As the wind whispered through the trees, Kale felt the weight of his beta-S words. He glanced toward the shadows where Alara had disappeared, doubt gnawing at his heart. What if Rowan was right? What if love was the key to unity rather than division? But then the instinctual growl from his wolf echoed in his mind, an ever-present reminder of the looming dangers. "I need to think, Rowan," he said finally, his voice heavy with uncertainty. "Then think clearly, Alpha," Rowan replied softly, laying a hand on Kale's shoulder. "Your heart knows the way, trust it." With that, Rowan retreated into the depths of the forest, leaving Cale alone with his tumultuous thoughts. The moon loomed overhead, its silvery glow illuminating the path forward, yet Cale felt paralyzed. Days turned into weeks, and the pull between Cale and Alara intensified. Each moonlit night he found himself wandering to the edge of the forest, longing for the moment he would see her again. Yet pride and fear bound him in chains, and every time he spotted her in the nearby village, he turned away. Alara, however, was persistent. She continued bringing herbs and wildflowers, weaving herself into the fabric of the Blood Moon pack. The other wolves accepted her with curious glances, but Cale's presence made them wary. Alpha, a voice called one evening as he stood at the pack's border, lost in thought. It was Lyra, a spirited wolf known for her boldness. Alara is here again. She has been gathering herbs for the injured. Shouldn't we let her in? Cale's stomach twisted at the thought. You don't understand. It is not safe for her. The council won't accept her. What if she could heal the pack? Lyra pressed, her eyes shining with belief. Her knowledge could be invaluable. Cale ran a hand through his hair, frustration rising. It is not just about healing, it is about acceptance. A human among wolves, it is unheard of. But she is not just any human. Lyra exclaimed, stepping closer. She has shown us kindness, and you, she hesitated, her voice softening. You care for her. I can't afford to care, Cale said, his voice thick with emotion. Not when my pack's loyalty is at stake. But what about your heart? Lyra shot back, her frustration evident. Don't you owe it to yourself to be happy, to explore what you feel? I owe it to my pack to be strong, Cale countered, but even he could hear the wavering resolve in his voice. As the sun set, casting hues of gold and crimson across the sky, Cale finally made his way back to the sacred oak. It stood tall and proud, the heart of the Blood Moon pack. He leaned against its rough bark, thinking of Alara, the way her laughter danced through the air like music, and how her eyes sparkled with life. Suddenly, a rustle broke the stillness, and he turned to see her there, standing shyly at the edge of the clearing, the moonlight illuminating her beauty. Cale, she said softly, her voice trembling. I just wanted to see you. His heart raced. What are you doing here, Alara? It is not safe. I know, she admitted, her gaze dropping to the ground. But I can't stay away. I feel drawn to you like a moth to a flame. Her words ignited something deep within him. You shouldn't, he warned, his voice strained. You don't understand the perils of being close to me. Then help me understand, she pleaded, stepping closer. You pushed me away, but I refuse to let you go. I want to be part of your world, Cale. I want to fight for you. Cale's chest tightened, torn between the desire to pull her close and the instinct to protect her. But my world is dangerous, Alara. You can simply. I don't care. You matter to me. I've never felt this way about anyone, and I refuse to let fear dictate my heart, she declared, her voice rising with passion. Cale's resolve faltered. You don't know what is at stake. The council will never accept you. You'll become a target. Then let us face them together, she said, her eyes fierce with determination. I am not afraid of them. You should be, he said, stepping back, wrestling with the conflicting tides of his heart and duty. I can't lose you. Cale, you're already losing me, she implored, tears shimmering in her eyes. Every moment you denied our bond is another moment I feel the distance between us. As she spoke, the weight of his responsibilities pressed down on him like a vice. His will foul, desperate to bridge the gap, yet Cale wrestled with the implications of their connection. I want to, Alara, I want to let you in, he admitted, his voice barely a whisper. But I am terrified of what that means. Then let us figure it out together, she said, her hands reaching for his. You don't have to carry the weight alone. He hesitated, his heart racing as her warmth enveloped him. The electric connection between them surged, igniting the fire of their shared destiny. Just as he opened his mouth to respond, a distant howl echoed through the night, a warning that shattered the moment like glass. Cale's instincts kicked in, and he turned, eyes scanning the shadows. We need to go. What? Why? Alara asked, confusion crossing her features. Danger approaches. He tightened his grip on her hand. We need to return to the pack now. But before they could move, a figure emerged from the darkness, a rogue wolf, eyes glinting with malice. Look what we have here, it growled, baring its teeth. An alpha and his human. Cale stepped in front of Alara, instinctively shielding her. Leave now, before you regret it, he warned, his voice slow and commanding. Why should I? The rogue taunted, circling them. You think you can keep her safe, you weak alpha, and you, human, are a foolish distraction. Kale's wolf surged, the primal entity inside him roaring for dominance. "You are a fool to challenge me," he growled, his voice resonating with authority. The rogue lunged, but Kale was quicker, shifting into his wolf form in a flash, muscles rippling beneath his majestic fur. With a powerful leap, he collided with the rogue, sending both crashing to the ground. Fighting off the rogue's attacks, Kale felt every bite and scratch, but the pain was drowned out by the surge of adrenaline. He fought with everything he had, fueled by the need to protect Alara and his pack. "Kale." Alara's voice rang out, a mix of fear and determination. "I believe in you." The roar of her faith reached him, bolstering his strength. With a final surge of power, he pinned the rogue beneath him. "This is my territory," he growled, baring his teeth. "Leave and never return." With a low whimper, the rogue scrambled away, disappearing into the depths of the forest, leaving Kale panting heavily. Slowly, he turned back to Alara. The fear in her eyes sent a pang of guilt through him. Alara's breath came in shaky gasps as she took in the sight of Kale, still in his magnificent wolf form, his muscles taut and glistening in the moonlight. The remnants of battle marked his foot, a stark reminder of the danger that lurked in the shadows. "Kale," she whispered, taking a cautious step closer, heart pounding with raw emotions. "You fought for me." His gaze shifted to her, and for a moment, the fierce wolf melted away, revealing the man beneath. "Alara, you shouldn't be here," he rumbled, the softness in his voice contrasting with the ferocity of his earlier growl. Her heart ached at his words. "You can keep pushing me away. I want to let fear dictate our bond." He shifted back to human form, the transformation seamless and fluid, but the weariness etched in his features revealed the toll of their encounter. "You don't understand the depths of this world. You could have been hurt," he replied, his voice hoarse but tinged with concern. "I know the risks," she insisted, stepping into his space, yearning for that connection, that pulse between them. "But I want to turn my back on you. Not now. Not ever." Kale sighed, running a hand through his tousled hair, his blue eyes clouded with conflict. "You deserve a life free from the chaos of being with an alpha. I can ask you to bear that. But then stop asking me to leave," she urged, her voice steadfast. "I want to stand by you to face whatever comes together." The wind rustled through the trees, and as the moonlight bathed them, Kale's heart ached. "Together?" "Yes," she affirmed, her gaze steady. "You might think you are strong alone, but the true strength lies in unity. Let us fight for this fight for us." "Us." The word lingered in the air, heavy with implications. Kale's wolf stirred restlessly, growling deep within him, torn between claiming her and protecting her. "I want to believe in that, but the council want to accept our union." "Then let us challenge that norm," she declared, her spirit igniting with passion. "Show them that love can bridge the divide. Prove that we are stronger together." Kale took a breath, feeling the sway of her conviction. "You are asking me to risk everything." "I am asking you to trust me, to trust us." She stepped closer, her heart open and vulnerable, willing to face the consequences. "Please, let me be part of your world, Kale." He felt the pull of her words, the magnetic force that tethered them. "Alara, if we do this, there will be challenges, rejection, betrayal, dangers I can't predict." "I am not afraid," she replied, the fire in her eyes unwavering. "I'll fight beside you, whatever it takes." The weight of her determination settled over him, and Gale felt the walls around his heart begin to crack. "You truly believe we can change things?" "Yes," she whispered, reaching for his hand, fingers intertwining. "Love is a force of nature. It is stronger than any tradition, any fear. Just let us not let the past dictate our future." He looked down at their joined hands, the warmth of her touch igniting something deep within him. "Then we'll face this together," he said, his voice steady. "But we must be prepared for the consequences." "Together," she repeated, a smile breaking through her earlier worries. As they stood united beneath the silver moon, a sense of destiny enveloped them, weaving a tapestry of hope and love that would challenge the very foundations of the Blood Moon Pack. Days passed, and Kale and Alara prepared to confront the council. They spent every moment together, planning, training, and solidifying their bond. Their connection deepened with every shared laughter, every quiet moment of understanding. "Ivy never felt more alive," Alara said one evening as they sat by the sacred oak, the stars twinkling above. "With you, it is like Ivy awakened to a world of possibilities." "Then let us embrace those possibilities," Kale replied, his heart swelling with pride at her tenacity. "We will show them the strength of our love." But not all were supportive. Whispers of dissent circulated through the pack, and the council convened, determined to maintain the status quo. Your feelings for this human are weakening you, Alpha, a council elder declared during the gathering, his voice booming across the clearing. You endanger our pack with your reckless behavior. Yes, right, another elder chimed in, crossing his arms. A union with a human invites chaos. You will lose your position in the pack's respect. Kale stood tall, Alara's hand firmly clasped in his as he faced them. You misunderstand the nature of love. It is not a weakness, it is a strength. Alara is not just a human, she is my mate. Gasps rippled through the assembly, and Alara felt the weight of their scrutiny, but she stood unwavering beside him. I am here to support Kale and your pack. I want to contribute. One of the elders sneered. You think you can simply join our world? You will always be an outsider. Maybe I'll always be different, Alara replied, raising her chin defiantly. But I can bring more than just herbs. I can bring understanding, healing, and a bridge to a new era. Kale's heart swelled with admiration, her bravery igniting a fire within him. Together, we can heal the divisions that have plagued us for too long. I will not stand by while outdated traditions dictate our future. You are a fool, Alpha, the elder spat. You risk everything we've built for the sake of a mere human. Alara felt a flicker of doubt but squeezed Kale's hand, drawing strength from their bond. I may be human, but I carry the spirit of this pack in my heart. I want to fight for you, to fight for us. The elders exchanged heated glances, the air thick with tension. You are putting the pack's safety at risk, Kale. You should reconsider your choices. Kale's resolve hardened. I will not choose fear over love. We stand united, and with it, unity, we are stronger than any tradition. Then face the consequences. One of the elders challenged, his voice echoing with authority. You will be stripped of your title, and she will be banished. Kale's heart raced. You would turn your back on me for choosing love? It is not love, the elder shouted, pointing an accusing finger. It is a betrayal of your duty. Alara stepped forward, her voice steady and strong. Love is never a betrayal. It is our right to choose who we wish to stand beside. The room fell silent, and Kale could feel the tension crackling in the air. If you wish to banish Alara, then you will have to banish me as well, he declared, the weight of his words hanging heavy. Murmurs swept through the pack, uncertainty filling the air. You can't do this, the voice protested. You will lose everything. Kale's eyes flashed, determination igniting within him. I would rather lose everything than lose her, Alara, as we're fighting for. Alara's heart soared at his declaration, but fear lingered in her mind. Kale, you don't have to do this for me. I want to do this for you, for us, he replied softly, his gaze unwavering. Together we restrung. But the path of love was fraught with challenges. As the council debated their fate, a new threat loomed, betrayal simmered just beneath the surface. That night, as Kale and Alara sought refuge in the sacred oak, a shadow lurked in the distance. A familiar face emerged, Rowan, his expression troubled. Kale, we need to talk, he said, urgency lacing his voice. What is it? Kale asked, his brow furrowing. There are whispers of a coup, Rowan warned, glancing around as if the shadows themselves might overhear. Some of the pack members are rallying against you, believing your bond with Alara weakens our lineage. Alara's heart sank. What are they planning? They want to challenge your authority, to force you to choose between the pack and her, Rowan replied, his voice tense. Kale's jaw clenched. They think I'll abandon Alara, they don't know me. But their fear's real, and if you don't act, they will take matters into their own hands, Rowan pressed. You must tread carefully, or you risk losing everything you've fought for. Alara felt panic rise within her. What will we do? Kale turned to her, determination lighting his eyes. We will not back down. We will unite the loyal pack members and confront this head-on. Rowan nodded, a fierce determination in his gaze. I'll rally those who support you. Together, we can turn the tide. The air crackled with tension as Kale, Alara, and Rowan regrouped beneath the sacred oak. The moonlight poured through the leaves, casting a silver glow that seemed to shimmer with both hope and danger. We don't have much time, Rowan said, urgency pulsing in his voice. If we don't act quickly, those who oppose you will strike first. Kale clenched his jaw, his mind racing. We need to gather our allies, those who believe in us. We can't let fear dictate our future. Alara stepped closer, her heart racing. But how do we ensure their loyalty? Some of them have been swayed by the council's words. They believe I am an outsider, a weakness. You read more than that, Alara. Kale's gaze was fierce, a mix of determination and tenderness. You read our strength. We just need to show them how love transcends the boundaries of tradition. Rowan nodded, his eyes fierce with loyalty. We'll make a stand. those who love you will follow. We will show the council that our bond is not a threat but a promise of a brighter future. The three of them spent a night strategizing, their voices barely above whispers as they plotted to confront the council. Alara felt the weight of their destiny pressing down on her, yet the exhilaration of standing beside Kale filled her with a newfound strength. As dawn broke, the golden light bathed the forest, illuminating their determined faces. "It is now or never," Kale said, looking between them. "Are you ready?" Alara nodded, her heart pounding. "I'll stand beside you, no matter what happens." Rowan stepped forward, a hand resting on Kale's shoulder. "We'll all face this together, Alpha. You are not alone in this fight." With their hearts united, they made their way back to the clearing where the council awaited. The murmurs of dissent echoed, the air thick with tension and uncertainty. Kale's pulse quickened as he looked at Alara, who stood resolutely beside him, her presence grounding him. As they entered the clearing, the council members looked up, their expressions a mix of disdain and surprise. "What is the meaning of this?" one elder snapped, arms crossed defiantly. "We've come to speak on behalf of love and unity," Kale declared, his voice steady. "I will not allow fear to dictate our choices any longer." The murmurs escalated, and Kale raised his voice, allowing the alpha within him to take charge. "Alara is not a weakness, she is my mate. Together, we are stronger." "Your love is misguided," another elder barked, his voice dripping with contempt. "You are risking our very essence." Alara stepped forward, fire igniting in her eyes. "I am here to support Kale and be part of your pack. I bring knowledge, healing, and a chance for a new path." "What can a mere human offer us?" one elder sneered, dismissing her with a wave of his hand. "More than you know," Alara replied, her voice unwavering. "My heart beats for this pack. I will do everything in my power to make us stronger." Kale felt the weight of her words resonate within him, igniting a spark of hope. "We can unite our strengths. Alara's vision can heal the rifts that have divided us. Love can bridge the gap between our worlds." The council members exchanged glances, uncertainty flickering in their eyes, but one elder stepped forward, his tone cold. "You will not sway me with your sentimental foolishness. If you truly believe love can conquer all, then you will face the consequences of your actions." A ripple of agitation coursed through the pack, and Kale's heart raced as he sensed the shifting tides. "What do you propose?" he challenged, his voice low and intense. "You will relinquish your title as Alpha," the elder declared, his eyes narrowing. "And she will be banished from our lands." Gasps echoed through the crowd, and Alara's heart sank. "You can do this," she whispered, looking at Kale, desperation lacing her voice. You need to sacrifice yourself for me." Kale shook his head fiercely, stepping closer to her. "I would rather lose my title than lose you, Alara. You are worth fighting for." "Fighting for a human," the elder scoffed, arrogance woven into his tone. "You've truly lost your mind, Alpha. You must choose between your pack and this folly." Just as despair threatened to engulf Kale, a voice rang out from the back of Lyra, the spirited wolf who had stood beside him since day one. "I stand with Kale and Alara," she declared, stepping into the light. "Her spirit embodies the very essence of what we stand for." More wolves stepped forward, their voices rising in support. "We believe in love," shouted one, another echoed. "We believe in unity." Kale's heart surged with gratitude, the support of his pack igniting a fire within him. "You see," he said, turning to the council. "This is what love can do, unite us in ways we never thought possible." The elders exchanged heated whispers, their authority challenged. "You are sowing seeds of rebellion," one elder finally warned, his voice low and menacing. "If you continue down this path, you will face dire consequences." Kale straightened, determination shining in his eyes. "We will face whatever comes together. I will not turn my back on love." Just then, a flicker of movement caught Kale's eye. Shadows shifted near the tree line, and before he could react, a group of rogue wolves emerged, led by a figure Kale recognized all too well, Agra, an exiled wolf with a vendetta against him. "Look what we have here," Agra sneered, his eyes glinting with malicious intent. "The Alpha, the human, and their loyal followers. How quaint." "Stay back, Agra," Kale warned, positioning himself protectively in front of Alara. "This is pack territory, and you are not welcome here." "But I've come to deliver a message," Agra taunted, his voice dripping with disdain. "Your weakness threatens us all. You and your little human will pay dearly for this betrayal." Kale's wolf surged within him, a primal instinct igniting the need to protect Alara at all costs. "Leave now, before you regret it," he growled. Agra smirked, stepping closer, emboldened by the chaos he sought to create. "What will you do, Alpha? You were too busy playing house with a human to see the real threat." In that moment, Kale felt the tension crackle in the air, the weight of destiny resting heavily on his shoulders. "You think you can come here and challenge me?" he said, his voice filled with authority. "I'll not only defend my mate, but my pack." With a fierce howl, Agra lunged forward, teeth bared, and chaos erupted. Kale shifted into his wolf form, the world around him morphing into a blur of movement and primal instincts. He collided with Agra, their bodies tangling as they fought for dominance. Alara stood paralyzed, fear gripping her heart. "Kill," she shouted, her voice mingling with the chaos, the intensity of the battle echoing around them. "Stay back." Kale roared, determination fueling his strength. He felt the heat of the fight surge through him, the desperation to protect what was his igniting a fire within. The rogue wolf fought viciously, but Kale's resolve burned brighter. Every growl, every thrust of power pushed him further into the depths of the battle. He could feel the pack rallying behind him, their belief in him fueling his strength. With a final surge, Kale pinned Agra to the ground, teeth bared. "You will not threaten my pack or my mate again," he growled, his voice a rumble of authority. The rogue whimpered, fear flashing across his face. "You are a fool," he hissed, but the power shifted, leaving him vulnerable. Enough, a voice boomed from the council, and the elder stepped forward, eyes narrowed. "This will not stand. You've proven your loyalty, Kale, but you will not keep your title if you continue this path." Kale's heart raced, the weight of the council's decision looming heavily over him. "Then I will relinquish it," he said, his voice steady but fierce. "If it means protecting Alara, I will not choose power over love." Alara felt tears prick her eyes, a mix of pride and fear swelling within her. "Kill," she whispered, her heart aching to see him fight so fiercely for her. The pack rallied, voices rising in defiance. "We stand with Kill." The others shouted, embodying the spirit of unity they all sought. "We deserve to choose our path, no matter how unconventional." The council elders exchanged heated glances, the tide shifting before their eyes. The atmosphere was electric, the pack's loyalty surrounding Kale and Alara like a shield, igniting a fire of hope. Kale looked at Alara, his heart brimming with love. "No matter what happens, we face it together," he vowed, his voice filled with unwavering conviction.